my chats now. Live chat. All messages are visible. Okay, hopefully we'll be able to see my live chat now. Hi everybody. Sorry about that mix up there. Oh, good gracious. Let's see. This ended a while ago. Hopefully I'll be able to see comments. Hi everyone. We are live again. Okay, let's see. Now I can see. Hi, Open Eye. Oh my God. Sorry, guys. See, this is my first live video. Can you guys believe it? It's my first live video. Where's International Boss Lady? Oh my God. Hi, Open Eye. Hi, sis. Big fight for life. Hi, sis. Thank you so much. You guys should come and kill me here. Oh, this is my first live video. I can't believe this. It's not 1,000 yet, though. I don't know. I mean, International Boss Lady suggested that I try, and it's worked. So I'm really, really pleased. Please, 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 please remember to like the video as you come in. Let me just turn that on silent before somebody calls me. Yay! Yes, this should be my second. Yes, but I've deleted the first one because I wasn't seeing any comments. I wasn't seeing. Yes, it was. I was streaming from what that StreamYard. So I was streaming through StreamYard to YouTube. So it wasn't like directly on my phone. I'm literally streaming now straight from my mobile. Like seriously, I'm not using any app to get to YouTube. So I'm quite pleased. Hi Nancy. Thanks for joining, darling. Thank you, ladies. Please share the video. Let's get more people to come in. It's my first. It's like a trial, but then I want us to have a little chat about this thing, personal hygiene and low standards in a relationship. So hopefully we get more people to come. My able colleague was meant to go live this evening, so she said she wasn't going live, so I could take her slot all day. So I've decided to do this trial live video. Juicy, my juiciest sis in the block. Hi sis, thank you so much. It's an impromptu live video. I was going to try to see if I'm able to come live straight on my mobile because this is the first ever. So it worked. Mami Colombia, my beautiful sis in the building. Yvette Moko, my pretty baby sis. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Please remember to like as you come in. We're going to have a little chit chat today about personal hygiene, which is something that we often neglect or we don't pay attention to when it comes to that and relationships. We'll be watching from background, Stalia. Oh, that's all right, sis. That's all right. A woman has got to hustle. Hustle, hustle, hustle. Oh, bless. So, please like the video and share. Let's talk a little bit about personal hygiene in relationship and and low standard and how that affects our relationships, be it boyfriend, girlfriends, partners, or spouses. I don't know if you guys can hear me nice and clear. Just let me know if you can't. Maybe I can adjust the volume a little bit. I hope everyone's day is going good, because my one is absolutely shamazing. So yes, guys, before we dive deep into today's topic, I just wanted to draw attention to something that's actually happening in our 237 community when it comes to manners and friendship and behavior between friends or associates. So I'm sure you guys have all heard about voice messages running left, right, center, backwards. And I listen to them. I watch a lot on Hotbox live video, as well as some of the videos that she's dropped. And I can only think of one, one thing that comes to mind is how are we even engulfed in this situation when we are in the diaspora. We barely have any time. So I can't understand where these ladies have actually gotten time from to actually sit back and have this huge amount of gossip between themselves. So because personally, I think when we come when we travel abroad and we have all these associations that we find ourselves in, right? We These associations are there to help us to unite. These associations are there to help us to network, because when you go there, you hear about jobs. Some people even get their partners or spouses through those associations, your ex-student association, your cultural association. But then it's like some people have decided to take such association or such forums as their gossip venues. Some people go there with secondary intentions. Some people go there to see what people are wearing, what car the other person is driving, or to see what level they are, to compare. It's almost like a competition. We don't have that time. I don't. You shouldn't have that space of that kind of how should I say, that mindset. Okay, when you're going to such groups, think about how you can go there and learn something and improve yourself, not spend your time gossiping. The amount of voice notes that have been released from people in the diaspora gossiping about each other is actually embarrassing. That's why sometimes people are very reluctant to join certain groups and associations, because they are actually worried of things like this. Okay, we don't want to do that, guys. Let's make sure that we are utilizing those forums as a means to improve ourselves, to actually feel at home, to network and learn from each other, support each other, not backbiting, not stabbing. If that's the reason, then we should not be having this organization, because those kind of behaviors can only tear us down. And that's not what we want for our society or community. We want to grow a stronger and more powerful society. Together we stand, divided we fall. Let's remember that. So that's a little thing I wanted to say before we get into today's topic. So as you all have seen, today's topic is about personal hygiene and low self-standards, and how that affects any relationship. Okay. Why did I choose this topic? I chose this topic because not long ago, I was at an event, right? I was at an event, and there was this lady. She was looking so beautiful. She was all dressed up and very glammed, and she looked really presentable. But then when she sat down, right, she sat down next to me, the odor that was coming from this lady, I felt so uncomfortable, right? I felt so uncomfortable. And I'm thinking, is somebody must have also experienced that when she's around, but is anyone helping her or talking about it in a nicer way to get her to improve on her personal hygiene? I know some people have natural body odor, but that shouldn't be an excuse, because trust me, there are so many remedies out there that we can all use to make sure that we smell fresh and nice. Okay, personal hygiene is very, very important. So important. So many people have missed on lovely relationships because of their poor personal standards or personal hygiene. Or some people are actually struggling in their relationships because the other person is probably not keeping up to a certain level of hygiene at home. So let's cast ourselves back to the dating period, when a boyfriend girlfriend a level, or when people are actually dating to build that relationship and connection. I mean, you can remember when people are dating, they're actually in the height of romance, right? And everything you want to do to impress the other person, be it the man, be it the girl. Remember, this topic is for both the men and the women. It's not just for the women. I use the woman experience just to bring out this topic, but I'm talking to both the men and the women. Okay, I had a colleague who smelled so bad, everyone complained, but No one could tell her, which is really sad. Open eye. It's really sad because we should be able to feel comfortable to tell that colleague. And I'll give you guys an example. Hi, Claudia B. Welcome, darling. Welcome to the Bella house. So, when you get into a relationship, okay, when you fancy a girl or people fancy a boy and you're trying to woo or court that person, everything you want to do, you make sure it's pristine. You have your outfit is well pressed in, and if the person said they were coming to visit you, you make sure everywhere is tidy. It smells fresh. You spray fragrance, or you have air freshener at home, and we make that effort. We make that effort to look good and smell good. And when we do that, it creates an impression in the mind of the opposite person or opposite partner, because nobody wants to walk into a situation where they feel like, oh my God, they're overwhelmed by probably untidiness. Okay. So we make that impression, and obviously we get into a relationship, we build that relationship. And most times that relationship ends up in the marriage. Even if it doesn't end in marriages, it would literally develop to a certain level. And when such relationships develop in a certain level, the temptation is some of us we get so complacent about the whole hygiene situation, which it's something really serious when it comes to relationship. It's a turn off in any relationship. Poor personal hygiene is a turn off, unless you and your partner are people who are living like pigs. Sorry to say that, because some people, I mean, they say any man, any bembempo gay cover. If you're one of those that you don't care about what the other look like, and that's how you met each other, then good for you. But for people who actually establish the relationship from the onset on a certain level of hygiene or standards, and if those standards should drop, there's bound to be issues in the relationship. There are bound to be issues in the relationship. And that's why we need to talk about this and see how we can help ourselves, help our fellow brothers and sisters to make sure that they're happy in the relationship, and by maintaining their level of hygiene or personal standards. Health and Zumba Master. Oh, welcome, sis. Welcome in the building, guys. That's my sister on YouTube. Please, if you haven't actually subscribed to our channel, please do. Sorry, guys, I have a cough. So yeah. So then, when you establish this relationship, you establish these relationships on great personal hygiene, and then come back and then sit back and you just feel so comfortable, and you make no effort to maintain that level of standard, trust me, it's going to cause trouble in your relationship. Your partner may not be able to tell you, but you will slowly start to see signs that they are not happy. Okay. Hi, Relaxia TV. Welcome, sis. Welcome in the building. Your girl is doing her first live stream as seen straight from her phone. I can't believe it. So yeah. So for the ladies, let's start with the ladies. The things that we do at times that actually put off a man, or when we're in a relationship, or even when they are trying to court us. As ladies, we know we have very delicate body. We have to take extra care of our body. Okay. We are likely to sweat more. Okay, because we have more fatty tissues in us. And there are certain routines that we ladies, we need to actually carry out when it comes to our personal hygiene. I remember when I was growing, okay, there are certain things that as African parents, guys, our parents are not very comfortable to talk about those little nitty-gritty issues when it comes to personal hygiene and the female body, right? They're very cautious on how they present it to you. So not many people had that conversation with their parents on how to look after their body. You had to figure out yourself. But I was fortunate enough to have like a female role model, which was my late brother's wife. So she was like my mom, and she watched over me and made sure that I was following a very strict hygiene regime. And that was even when I got to university, because she was very keen. She was extremely clean, extremely tidy she was. Okay. And there are things that as a woman, she said to me, you need to pay attention. You need to pay attention. The first area that we need to pay attention, obviously, is the Queen V, right? If I say Queen V, you guys know what I'm talking about. Queen V, Queen V. She's a queen. You got to look after her, right? When someone is a queen, you pay attention, you give it respect. And it's the same for that special part of a woman's body. We need to pay special respect to that part of the body. Some people go to have their shower or take a bath and they don't pay personal attention to that. Okay. And that's a problem, because you really need to take your time when you are washing yourself from down below, especially if you're a woman, because we sweat a lot and obviously it's very exposed, and we have natural healthy discharges that come out. Okay. We have healthy discharges that come out from the Queen V area that is normal, and we need to keep that area clean. The pH level needs to be maintained. Okay, we need to make sure we are washing it nice and clean. And some people, when they go to wash it, when they say clean your Queen V, you're not cleaning as in, some people are like digging deep into it. You don't have to dig deep into it. All you need to do is get some nice fresh water and wash it thoroughly. There are also that non-fragrant intimate gels out there that you can use. Okay, there are a few of them that you can use, which are actually friendly for your Queen V. For all my ladies, when I say Queen V, you guys know what I'm talking about. As in my lady garden, yes. Yes, juicy. Oh, we've got so many names for them. Oh, for it. Yes, yes. As in your lady garden, sis, as in your lady garden. And like you put it nicely, your lady garden. And you should be very proud of your garden, right? Your garden is like a sacred place where you go to have peace and, to get that zen. You go to your garden. And so people take good care of their garden. And so must we take care of our, as my able sister has said, our lady gardens. I actually like that, Juicy. Take care of our lady gardens. Okay, we need to wash it thoroughly. You get up in the morning. I remember my late grandmother would always say, when a woman wakes up in the morning, the first thing you do, you brush your teeth. And even if you don't want to take a bath, you will go and you will take care of your lady garden. In my sister Juicy's voice, words, you will go brush your teeth, clean your face, and take care of your lady garden, because that's the most important part. You're sleeping at night, is cooking up. It's cooking up, it's heating up. You get up, you need to cool it down, keep it nice and fresh. If that's not the case, then you take a proper bath or proper shower. You take a proper bath and a proper shower, and the nice scented or friendly sprays that you can use there. But remember, when you're using sprays to spray around your Queen V area, make sure you're not spraying it directly into it. You're spraying it on your panty, because the spray shouldn't go right in there. It's very dangerous at times. Okay, we have to be very careful when it comes to that. Hi, Beta Black Pekin. Welcome, dear. Welcome, darling. Welcome to the Bella house. Welcome to the Bella house. Please remember to like the video as you join us. Yeah, every lady should do that. Yeah, every lady should do that. Make sure you wash yourself nice in the morning. Keep it nice and cool. Okay, and then obviously, it's important that us ladies, we are using cotton pants. Gone are those days when we used to wear all those polyester or lycra pants in secondary school. We should, avoid those things and wear cotton pants. They're not expensive. You don't have to go and get very expensive cotton pants. And the reason why you're getting the cotton pants is because they're breathable. They're breathable. Yeah, your queen needs to breathe. You can't suffocate it, because when you're suffocating it, you're disrupting the pH level of your queen, and so that's where you have all those itchiness and the smelly discharges. Most times that can be controlled by just keeping it nice and fresh and airy. But obviously, If this odor persists and you start seeing a like yellowish creamy discharge from there, you obviously need to consult with your doctor. You obviously need to consult with your doctor. Another thing is the underarm hair. The underarm hair. I remember when I was in secondary school, we had a classmate. Oh my god, boy oh boy, boy oh boy. This girl never bothered looking after her, her underarm hair. Talk less of the pubic, because you need to make sure that you're trimming them. I mean, it's a daily thing for me. You have to trim your underarm hair and trim your nether area, because those are the things that causes those areas will cause those areas to sweat. Okay, when they are too bushy. And this classmate of mine, hers was so bushy and smelly, and actually it was almost yellowish because she's been sweating there obviously, and maybe not even taking a thorough bath, and so all the sweat has accumulated over time and was so yellowish. And under her uniform, you can see the arm of her uniform was all yellowish and creamy. Oh goodness me. And you could see the boys are mocking at her and laughing at her. Those are the things. It takes 1 minute to get a shaving beak and just get rid of it. Get rid of it. You have to look after those areas, because they are the most sensitive area in a woman's body, and that can humiliate you or make you stand out, if you know what I mean. My mom taught me, that growing up, that's why back home we had yeah, exactly. Open eye. Yes. Some parents are actually good at, a few African parents are good at telling their kids on how to maintain personal hygiene. Because, our parents are very shy when it comes to sexual education or sexual organs and stuff like that. So they're very shy, topic shy about those areas. So you're very lucky that your parents they actually help you to make sure that you're good in that area. Not every African girl, maybe now, but growing up it wasn't a thing. It wasn't very common, right? You were taught in school about personal hygiene, but it wasn't something that was taught at home all the time in detail, if I may say so. The famous the famous underarms, the famous Torino underarms, yeah. Yeah, this is my classmate. She was so, she was so shabby, and she had this hair. It was so bushy and yellowish, and obviously that was passing through her uniform, and you can see how yellowish her underarm was. This is easy to fix. Just clean it. I heard another person, a senior person say to me, "Oh, are we meant to shave or trim the area, the Queen V area?" And I'm thinking, am I the crazy one? Am I the crazy one here who thinks that every woman should be trimming down there? Because as far as I'm concerned, we should be. Because if you leave it and it just keeps growing wild, good gracious, who knows what's going to come out from there? But the important bit is it's going to just cause heat in that area, especially if you're not wearing cotton pants. And that's going to, bring so many issues for you. And if you're having a boyfriend or a girlfriend who comes to visit you, and then you're sitting there trying to relax, and the moment you just relax your feet, the odor that comes up is almost like a volcano, the volcano Mount Cameroon eruption. And that's the same odor I got from that lady when we went to the party. It's like, you see this beautiful lady, you just hear the awful odor coming right up, and you're thinking, oh no, I wonder how many people have experienced what I'm experiencing at the moment. And she's married, which is the most cringy thing of it all. Crabs will come. Oh, but I'm a lady when it comes to my Queen V. Yes, sis. Can't stand. Yes, thank you. I don't know why people keep it hairy down there. Why do you keep it hairy down there? You need to trim it. Especially, for people have their partners who are very experimental when it comes to bedroom antiques, if you know what I mean. So you don't want to keep it too bushy there, because nobody wants to go where it's bushy, because they don't know what they're going to grab and come out with. You got to keep it nice and tidy. Okay. And there's something that we need to know. We need to make sure we are using roll-ons. We are using roll-on. Roll-ons are so cheap to afford. It's very affordable. I beg your pardon. They're very affordable in Cameroon. There are so many of them. I used to remember 500 francs would get you a good roll-on. I don't know how much it is now, but you can afford it. And the best roll-on to get is the antiperspirant. Okay, is antiperspirant roll-ons, because that's actually helping you to minimize the perspiration. Okay, and even if you do perspire, it stops any awful odor from coming out. So it's good to get the antiperspirant. I'm using Dove Invisible Antiperspirant for anybody who wants to. That's what I've been using for years, ever since I travel abroad, and it's amazing. It doesn't leave mark on your clothes. It doesn't get you sweating. First of all, I don't sweat. I remember my even when I was doing sports, I rarely shed or release any sweat through my glands. So I remember my friend's mom said to me, Annabelle, do you ever perspire? And I laughed. I had to laugh because people take notice of it. So use antiperspirant. Don't just use any roll-on, because any roll-on will not serve the purpose. When you go to get the roll-on, you have to get an antiperspirant roll-on. That's what you need to get. And also, ladies, there's something that we need to get used to. Panty liners. Panty liners. We need to learn how to use those things, okay? Because we're walking all throughout the day. You're keeping active, especially us in the diaspora. You're very active. You're at work 24/7. It's non-stop. It's go, go, go. You're sweating. I mean, you're rubbing in between, and you're sweating and discharging. You don't want the discharges to go straight onto your knickers, right? Or your panties. So that's why you need to use the panty liners. The panty liners are there to trap any discharges, and you need to discard them every 4 hours. It's not there for you to use it throughout the day. Hi, Belly. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Mm-hmm. So down there is pretty juicy scoop. Juice. Yvette, behave yourself. So yeah, use a panty liner. It's absolutely important that we use a panty liner as ladies. They're very cheap, and you have different types of panty liners. We have to use them, because if you don't use it, you're just going to be collecting whatever product Queen V is releasing down there. And obviously throughout the day, the heat and all it starts cooking up and producing this repellent odor that no one wants. Okay, if you're having that odor, all it's going to do is cause people to stay away from you, or people to shy away from you. Like my able sister said open eye that they have a colleague at work who is actually smelly, and nobody told them, or people talk about it, but they don't say anything about it. They should. I remember I was supposed to have a serious conversation with one of my team members. So because we get training on how to deal with situations like that. So I had a situation where I had to talk to a team member about their body odor, because the other team members were very uncomfortable. So I had to engage with this team member and talk to them and make them aware, because sometimes people are not aware that they have this body odor, or BO as most people call it. So I sat them down and I spoke to them, and the first thing I said to them is like, you actually use any body fragrance and stuff like that? He was like, no, why do I? He said, no, why do I ask? And I said to the person, oh, I think it would be nice to use it, because we are working here, we are very active, and we're always sweating, and it's good that we use it, because if we don't use it, we are not going to smell fresh. And if we don't smell fresh, customers are going to feel uncomfortable around us, or even walking into the area, or walking to get their products. So we need to make sure we smell fresh. Okay, so that alone broke the ice, and he was actually comfortable and receptive of that conversation that I had. Okay, so it's very important that you're careful how you deliver that information. If I went there straight away and said, oh, hi Mike, you know, you need to look after your personal hygiene because you stink and customers or team members are complaining, they're going to be very defensive, or you're going to just make them feel uncomfortable, and you don't want that. You don't want that at all. You want to hold a decent conversation that the person is going to receive and forever be grateful for. So we have to be very careful, but make sure you tell them. Yeah, method of delivery is absolutely important, sis. It's absolutely important. It's absolutely important. And then another thing that we ladies tend to ignore, it's the makeup. Okay? The amount of makeup that we put on our faces, the foundation, the concealer, the mascara, the blushers, the fake eyelashes, and what have you. We all do that, right? Most of us do it. And some people dare to take this makeup and all these things on their faces to bed. That's not good. They wake up and you have pillowcases all yellow or brown or red and funny. It's very off-putting to a man. It's very off-putting. It looks very nasty. It looks very unwelcoming. And it's not healthy to start with, because you're sleeping at night and all your pores are blocked. Your pores need to breathe. And if you don't allow your pores to breathe, that's when you start having all the blackheads and all the pimples and bumps on your faces. So it's absolutely important. I know of a friend who is actually complained about a girl he dated, and this girl came the first time she spent the night at his place. She woke up and the whole place was covered in foundation. She went into the bathroom. She used the bathroom, and she was going to use the hand towel to dry her hands, and left mark of foundation everywhere. How she did that, I don't know. And those things are very off-putting, very, very off-putting when it comes to men, or very tidy men. When you're dating a very responsible and tidy or organized person, you're literally, that's already a no-no for them, right? You're making your chances of furthering that relationship very slim by maintaining poor hygiene or poor self-standards. So we have to be very careful, ladies. If you're going to have a sleepover in your boyfriend's place, or, you know, make sure you have your little overnight bag where you have all your makeup remover. Make sure you take off that makeup, rinse your face, you know, put the lotion on nice and fresh. Who doesn't want to smell fresh? Who doesn't want to lie down next to somebody who smells fresh? Because that's what I want, and that's what most people will prefer any clean, decent woman would. Okay, a nice fresh. You're gonna be, you know, kissing this person, and you're bringing your powdery face and, you know, messed up lipstick. It doesn't sit well, and some people it's already up and, you know, puts them off, and you're not going to get that call tomorrow to say, hi, can you go for another date, just because you've ruined your chance by not keeping to good personal standards. It's very important. We may not think this is important. Serious and important relationships have failed because the other person was very messy, or did not respond, or was not responsible when it comes to their personal standards. Just a minute, guys. I think the little one just woke up. Just a minute. 1 minute, guys, please. You're right. I'm back. Sorry, the baby woke up, so I had to take her. Keeping it real in the building. The most radical princess of all. Welcome, sis. Welcome to the building. International boss lady. I see you, sis. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome. As you guys have seen, we're talking about personal hygiene and low self-standards in the relationship, and how that affects any relationship. So actually talking about the lady section, at the moment. Thanks, sis. Thanks, Princess Tyra, for actually joining the Bella family today. Thanks, sis. Thanks. Great topic. Thank you. So yes, it's very important, ladies, when you're going to spend the night at your boyfriend's place or your soon-to-be man's place, have an overnight bag, have a spare panty, have your toothbrush, and the bare necessity. Don't just assume that you're going to have it when you get there, because you may not have it. And if you don't have it, the person thinks you're not responsible. You haven't taken your time to make sure that you look after the necessary hygiene stuff that you need when you need to take along when you're going to visit them. So you wake up in the morning, you haven't got your toothbrush. So what does that tell about about yourself? You know, this person is thinking, how often does this lady brush their teeth, or how often does this lady sleep with the same pants or reuse the same pants? I mean, if you're going to visit a man and you're not able to take a shower or bath and change your undies, I mean, the least you can do is change your undies. And you know, if you can't do that already, that to me, for a very responsible and clean and decent man, is a turn off. It's a turn off. And some girls wonder why they don't get that call to say, let's go for a second date, because you probably have exhibited, you know, hygienic standards, and obviously put off the man, so he cannot, you know, be bothered to pursue that relationship any further. Our hair is another area where we don't pay a lot of attention. You go, you sleep, you wake up, the whole bed is covered in dandruff. We need to take good care of our hair, ladies. Take good care of our hair. You need to shampoo your hair regularly. Make sure it's nice and moisturized to prevent any dryness. Some people, they do their hair, when one brush their hair, it's not kum they come off for the amount of dandruff that comes out of our hair. Even at times, you can see it on people's shoulders, on their blouses. That alone is telling you that what is inside the hair already is worse than what you're seeing on their shoulders. So we really need to take good care of it. Princess Ty already laughed. Don't laugh, sis. It's serious. It's serious. Where they come up with their baby for their hair, if you wore it past. Sticky wigs, yes, over eye. Now we the Chester. Welcome, darling. Welcome into the building. Atkins Diamond, welcome, sis. Thanks for joining. You go sleep for boy house. You sleep and you wake up and there's so much dandruff everywhere. And it's just going to put off this person. They don't want to see a woman who comes there with so much dandruff. They don't want to see that at all. They don't. And then the most common thing that we women do, a lot of women do it, and sometimes they, you know, the bad odor that women are emitting from their Queen V area or from their Lady Garden, as Juicy Scoop said. Some of you go to use the toilet. And you pee, you come out, when I see woman, they go stand for toilet, piss, then shake your buttocks so. Shake it like a dog, we don't go piss for corners on fence for some compound. Then just tap your phone and tap, and so where it draws waka. Some of us are like that. You pee and you don't even bother to dap. Some people do that. You go piss, you piss like dog. You just go piss like dog. You just shake your butt. Don't laugh. Oh, why? Don't laugh. Don't laugh. It's serious. Some women do that, right? They tap their bum. And because us women, because we are sitting and peeing, some of that pee is running down to our bum crack. You know, and the bum crack is like that. And you're wearing tight jeans. And you're wearing the tight jeans, you're walking throughout the day, the buttocks is rubbing. Chat. Sweating, heating. You're cooking the Lady Garden area plus the bum cracks. Now you see some people, they move their jaws on tennis, so you see brown line for their buttocks, for their nyash, go from bottom to up. You see brown line on their knickers. That's because they haven't been dapping. They've gone and peed all this while, and the you know, the drips and draps have just gone on their pants and heat them up, and they're sweaty, and then they have that residue left. Hence, the rotten odor that comes out from there. That's why sometimes the panty liners will save us, because the panty liners, if you're using that panty liner that I talked about, it will be catching all those drips and drabs from the Lady Garden. They won't have that odor, you know. No, Chester. Not true, not there. That's true. All the way if you come off for their toto. Princess Tara, only you can use toto. Oh, good gracious. Ah, the radical princess herself. It's very important. We must dap. We must dap. When you pee, you must dap yourself. And if you don't dap yourself, imagine you're not dapping yourself and then you're wearing polyester pants or nylon pants. Oh my God. That's even the worst. That's the worst. Because when you're wearing polyester pants, it doesn't catch it right. It's just dripping and spreading and going round like water in the sand, on sand, and it's just spreading. So literally the whole under part is cooked and stinky and steamy, and you don't want that. And some of those women, some of you have decided that black is your only color. Black is the only color when it comes to underwear. That, to some men, is already an indication that you're scared of colors because you're not clean. We need to learn to zhuzh it up with some colors when it comes to our undies. Ladies, you need to zhuzh it up. When I say zhuzh, I mean you need to make an extra effort. Nice, colorful lingerie, you know, beautiful colors, not just black. So woman go wear black brazier, so you need to wash them. You're not washing your bra, you know, wear it for months or weeks. Brazier, if you move so tram for mundama water, all fish then so go die because you don't wear brazier. Now black, nobody sees the color, right? Nobody sees the sweat in it. So now black, where they go move and so tram for mundama water, all fish they die or they stand at attention. Say yes, we've never seen this. We've seen it for the first time. Some women are like that. We need to be very careful. It's very off-putting. Get some colors into your wardrobe when it comes to your undies. It speaks a lot when it comes to impression to a man when it comes to your undies. If you're having all black undies, that already men will think you're dirty. You're likely to be a very not kempt woman. So you're trying to avoid being called out. So you're sticking to black. Get colors. It's very important. Bra will turn like seatbelt. It's Bra will turn like seatbelt over eye. Oh my God. Honestly, Princess Tara, if you for the take banga, I'm telling you, Princess Tara, if you be take that banga, woo for fake hold for that 3237, nobody could have been able to even talk to her, to listen. Her moyos would not be even coming near her because her level of highness would have been 20 times that of crayfish. So please remember to get some colors. Get colors when it comes to your undies. It's very, very important. And then brushing of teeth. Some people don't know how to brush their teeth when it comes to, this is from both the men and women. Brushing of teeth. It's so important that we learn how to brush our teeth. When I say brush teeth, the most important part of your body is your tongue. That tongue, this tongue which can destroy and actually build, is the most important part of your body. Mbope, exactly. Mbope, where if you come out, if you key the whole of Kampala. So we have to be very careful. Some people just brush their teeth and they're just brushing the teeth and brushing their teeth. The sacred part is the tongue. If you don't clean that tongue, because that's where the saliva, it secretes saliva, is on your tongue, right? And obviously the tongue has pores. So when you're eating, you know, unless you have cavity, for somebody who has cavity, then yes, your teeth is very important because you want to make sure you're digging out and moving all those, you know, the stale food that has got in your cavity. But if you haven't got cavity, focus more on your tongue. Make sure you're scrubbing it properly because it's got pores and it traps all the enzymes of the food. And so if you don't brush it properly, your mouth is going to smell. It will smell. We need to brush our mouth at least twice a day, in the morning when you wake up and then the last time when you go to bed. You don't want to sleep next to a man. Someone they sleep corner them men them for night. We go morning time. They want to say good morning. You say They say good morning. You say because you can't open your mouth because of the mbope that will come out. You need to brush before you go to sleep. It's very important. Brush before you go to sleep. It doesn't take. It's 2 minutes to brush your teeth. So why can't you do that and save yourself the embarrassment? It's absolutely important. Exactly. I can't stand a smelling mouth. That's true. You know, when a man approaches before I got married, if ever a boy approaches me and is talking to me, the first thing I'm looking at is their dental formula, their teeth. Some people come and talk, they talk to you, they talk to you, they get mangre for their teeth. Mangre don't catch their teeth also, they are so plaque, they're congested plaque teeth, and they're talking to you. It's unappetizing. It's so unappetizing. Okay, and it only takes 2 minutes to get rid of that plaque. Get rid of the plaque. Let's brush our teeth and keep mouth odor to minimal. If possible, use mouth rinse. There's mouth rinse everywhere now. It's not like before you would say, oh, they can't get mouth rinse in Cameroon. There's mouth rinse everywhere. There are supermarkets that they're exactly like the ones we have here in Europe. So get yourself mouth rinse. It's absolutely amazing. That would kill every slight bacteria that's hanging in between your teeth where you couldn't reach. Use it because it's very important. Now, let's talk about, yes, Sensodyne is a good toothpaste. There are so many. There are so many. Even charcoal toothpaste. There's so many nice toothpaste. Many nice toothpaste. But I mean, Sensodyne is good for the enamel. I beg your pardon. Absolutely good for the enamel. It's absolutely good. So if you're having one of those people, especially for us Afro-Caribbeans, we over chew bones. We eat a lot of bones, and that wears our enamel. So it's absolutely important we use toothpaste like Sensodyne, because that will help protect the enamel from, you know, wearing out. So yeah, thanks for sharing that, sis. Exactly, brush twice a day when you eat this traditional food. Exactly, traditional food like achu spices is smell as much as it's good. That's how it can embarrass you. And some people, I don't know, na wickedness, some people eat garlic at night. Who eats garlic at night? You eat garlic at night and you go to sleep. And I don't know if you've ever been sat next to somebody who's eating raw garlic. Oh, goodness me. Or those people who go out at night and you eat a poisson braisé. You eat your roasted fish and you eat a lot of raw onions, and you come home and you just go straight to bed and not brushing. The next day is disaster waiting to happen. And if that's your first day, trust me, that boy is not going to call you back. He's not going to call you back because of your bad mouth odor. So some of you will just go there and you're not prepared to spend the night, and they say, let's go spend the night. Is go and spend the night, wake up in the morning after chewing your raw onion and your pamphlet fish. You're having this smelling mouth odor. That's not giving you any points when it comes to a relationship. Now let's go to the men. Please remember to like the video as you come in. Let's go to the side of the man. Men and their celeps. Men and their celeps. Oh goodness me. How can I stress? How much can I stress about these men and celeps? Some men think that only the women are to, you know, do the daily wash of their undies. No, men, you do need to take off your undies and wash them all the time. If you're not washing them straight away when you're having your shower, you need to wash them. You know, to dish them in the laundry basket. Men are using excuse. They're using excuse that they are down below, it's not open, so they don't have that oil on everything. It's a lie, because you have those the two balls dangling on there, causing it to heat and sweat. And obviously you're also walking and it's throbbing in between your thighs and sweating. You see a boy wearing the same cheleps for a week. Bacteria. And so, poor girl, you're carrying and going to transfer your bacteria, your staphylococcus, to another woman, because you'll be wearing the same cheleps and you carry something like Mami 419's voice. You want to go come out your water, you go come out water with staphylococcus where you don't hang for all sides for another poor bikini skin. You don't go come out water, you come out the water, enjoy yourself. Now that person will carry the suffer and be suffering because you've been wearing your dirty cheleps for months and not washing, and the bacteria have been hanging there and you're causing havoc to some other person. Princess Tyra is going to die of laughter. Those cheleps, we need to change them. They have to be changed all the time. And for us women, trust me, if you don't change those cheleps, that's why you see sometimes, if you've ever dated a guy, you've gone to their house and they're going to have a shower and they remove their cheleps. When you see cheleps, that you know the edges, right, the hem of the cheleps, it's been so, crinkled. Know that celebs has been worn for more than 2 days. Crinkled celebs. Okay, because it's been, when they're walking for longer days and longer periods of time, and the hem is rolling up and rolling up. Yes, mama. Yes, honey. Keep playing. And it what do you do, Miss Koi Koi and mommy? So when you see those celebs with the hems rolled right up like Sanja, those are the kind of celebs that worn for days without changing. Okay, they need to change them. And some men as well, because you're so scared of washing your undies, you stick to black. Me, black turns me off. I know as much as black men, a lot of men undies are black, but they're black with white bands, right? If you know, ladies, you know what I'm talking about. Black on and boxers for men with white bands. If they're avoiding those ones, know there's something they're hiding. They cannot manage their intimate hygiene, and so they're sticking to all round black. Yes, I can see you. So that's absolutely important that they do that. And also, dapping is not only for women. I know I said some women, you go and pee. When you pee, you dap your foot. You shake your last small dog. We don't piss on my fence. Me piss cut. Not only women are meant to dap, men are also meant to dap themselves. Exactly. Cheles if you travel mundama or fish, they stand at attention. How can you wear your underwear for more than a day? Mami Colombia, some people do. Unfortunately, some people do. Both men and women do. But most often it's the men who are wearing their celebs. I don't know why, for some reason, they think their celebs should not be changed daily. It should be changed daily because you're sweating. The balls are rubbing in between and they're sweating and causing it to smell. So you need to change your celebs every day. And like I said, if you don't change your celebs, you're building up bacteria there. And when you go to commode your water for your person's Mommy 419, you will not kill me in this 237. You will not kill me. You want to commode water? Jesus, oh, help us. Yeah, Mommy Colombia, you haven't heard. Are you hearing from me for the first time? It was Mommy 419 who said, "Come on, water." So you need to go and ask Mommy. Nancy, don't laugh. You're laughing. Sierra is Tyra. Hi, darling. I see you. Yes, because you want to go and come on water. That's why sometimes when some people go and you're intimate with a man or a woman, and they've had their celebs for ages. They had their celebs for ages. Some people come you're intimate with them and they leave and you start having sugar. Sugar is not only carried from toilets or the dirty area of a woman. Some men come and give you sugar, and because they've been wearing their celebs for donkey years and bacteria has built up there, because some of them, when they go to shower, some are not even using sponge to scrub it right nicely around. They scrub and wash properly. You need to scrub the men. You need to wash properly, lift it up, scrub and scrub and scrub. Some men are just washing like that, spraying water down below. No, you need to lift it up and wash and scrub around. You need to scrub around and make sure that every angle is cleaned. Okay, because you don't want to keep it locked in there, because if you don't lift it up and scrub in between the thigh, it's cooking up and sweating, and that's what's causing all the bacteria build up. I don't want to go and give sugar to somebody's daughter. Oh, peace person. Oh, my very own mama. Hi, I see you, sis. Okay, no worries, darling. It's fine. Yes, Sierra is tired. They need to scrub it 2 weeks straight, but they complain about women. Yeah. Yes, mama. I know. Exactly. So they need to make sure they clean properly. And when they go to use the toilet as well, when they go to, this is one turn off for me. I don't know about you. For men, right? I know I did a topic some other time ago. I did the topic. Do you want to come out? Do you want to come out? Or just a second, guys. Let me take the baby off and put her out. Here. Okay, I need you to watch this. Hold on, honey. Okay, which one do you want to watch? Good girl. Well done. Right. Like I was saying, guys, one turn off for me. I did a topic before, and somebody said to me, they always tell their partner or their husband to sit when doing a wee-wee or doing number one. Some men, you come, it's like almost they are aiming for the toilet. They're aiming for the toilet, that 1 meter away. They're aiming for the toilet. And then they go to pee, they spray. It's almost like a machine gun loaded and splashing all over. Every time a man goes into a toilet and I have to use it after that, I'm so anxious. I'm almost having a panic attack. It's almost like, what am I going to see when I go there? Those men, they're spraying all over because they're shooting from a distance, right? And it's splashing everywhere. That's so nasty. That's a very nasty habit. And it's very off-putting. As a woman, I wouldn't like that. Okay? I'm not suggesting that a man should sit and pee, but look for other means, not standing and projecting it. It's almost like you're doing archery, like you did Olympic for archery. You want to shoot targets. That's not what you do, and then you're causing splatter everywhere when you're peeing. And as if that's not enough, some men, they come out, they don't even dap as well. They just pee, take it in, buckle everything inside, and that's it. Off they're gone. It's very unhygienic, because when you pee as a man, okay, somebody's going to say to me, how do you know? How do I know? Obviously, I've had nephews. Yeah, I've actually raised so many nephews. And so when they pee, they still have little drips coming out. And so where are those drips going to go? Obviously, the drips are going to go on the boxer. That same celebs that they're not going to wash for weeks. So that's going to go on there and stay there and start building all the bacteria. So men, you need to learn how to use a tissue to dab as well when you go to the toilet. Because if you don't, you're just causing yourself some odor around there. Very important. Please remember to like the video as you come in. Oh, Ibemoko. Well, sis, all right, I'll greet your Mia. Oh, bless you. I will greet her. I'll greet her for you. Yeah, she's there. She's on her little high chair watching her program on the iPad. So yeah, another thing which is very common with men, which is very off-putting, really off-putting in a relationship, is foot or feet odor. Feet odor. Foot odor will pass body odor. If anybody, you guys can attest to this. Sometimes the foot odor is the most disgusting odor you can hear. It's almost it's veruca, right? It's veruca. Or they call it vocabulary, say water rain. Veruca. Veruca. It can smell for the whole of the world. I mean, some people wear their shoes, especially closed-toe shoes, with the same socks forever and ever. And the worst is they don't scrub, because you know, you under your foot, you have dead cells that build up over time, daily even. Okay, so you need to scrub your feet. You need to scrub your foot, under your foot. Make sure you're using pumice stone. If you don't have pumice stone, we have really good foot brushes back home in Cameroon. You need to use it to scrub your foot. If you don't scrub it, and then obviously you're wearing socks and closed-toe shoes, it's going to heat up, and the dead cells it will start smelling like kum. It's like almost like you know, rotten kum. That's how foot odor smells. And it's, oh my God, I don't know how I can tell you. You go, she knows some fine boy who can chat you, nice looking, responsible, pulls up in the car, and then takes you, and then you guys are sitting on the dinner table, and the moment they move their leg, yes, good girl, and the moment they move their leg, you're wondering if an animal is dead underneath the table. But that's because they have rotten feet in their shoes. The shoe, you can see a very clean shoe, but obviously the socks they've been wearing for years or for weeks and weeks, and the dead cells have been collecting in the socks. Exactly, that plank brush with Nancy. the the timeless black brush, that's the best. Or penny stone. Metif does that. Crayfish needs to take lesson from our classy Bella. Sarah is Tyra. You smell like die rat. Exactly. Yeah, foot odor is very smelly. It smells so horrible. And that's because we either don't change our sock or we don't use and scrub. I remember somebody, I was looking at their heels. I was looking at their heels and it was really dark. It's a Cameroonian sister. It was really, really dark, right? And I said to the person, how come your heel is so dark? And they go, oh, that's how it's always been. And I said to them, no, that looks to me like dead cells. So she said, no, it's not dead cells. And they brush my foot. I said, you brush your foot, but you're not brushing it properly. So I said to her, you need to go to Boots pharmacy and get yourself a pumice stone and make sure you use a pumice stone every day you have a shower on your foot. And can you believe me, lo and behold, she came back just after 2 days and the heels were already very nice and clean because of that pumice stone that's gotten rid of the dead skin. Can you believe that? So those are the kind of things that we probably don't realize that are happening to us, but they are really happening to us. So we need to pay attention to such areas. Socks, because if we don't, and this is the thing, when you have a partner, okay, you guys start off a relationship and it's all good and nice, everybody's so nice and clean, and then when the relationship gets really serious, and in some cases marriage, and then you get so comfortable with your personal hygiene, you have to tell each other, because it's a turn off. It's a turn off. Nobody wants to kiss a mouth that's not nice and fresh, or nobody wants to, you know, lie down to somebody whose underarm stinks or is sweaty and smelly. It's very off-putting. And then suddenly you start saying, oh, your sex life is like dwindling because maybe your partner doesn't care about you or doesn't fancy you anymore. And that's because we have you let go of your personal hygiene. You let go of your personal hygiene, and if you let go of your personal hygiene, you're not going to attract the attention of your partner. That's why you see sometimes, and you know, recently a friend said, if a woman no clean, woman no clean, that it doesn't arouse the man, and obviously the man cannot perform, right? This is a recent conversation I had with somebody really senior, and I thought, wow. And that's only because I was sharing the experience of Kella, the voice note of Kella, if you know what I mean. Oh my God, the general overseer in the building. Oh my God. If I don't tell when Nyash day for back. Oh my God. No, Belly Ray was talking to her dad. Her dad just walked in. Just came back from work. So she's with her dad now. So as she's in with her dad, no, Princess Tyra, the baby is with her dad. Not that kind of dad will be like say the dad day, but the dad no day. 1 minute the papa day. Anyway, papa the next minute say, hey, papa don't go work. No, she's with her dad. So if you're in a relationship with your partner, okay, and for some reason you realize that your partner's personal hygiene is slowly sliding away, it's your responsibility to help them, and it's your responsibility to have those serious conversations. It's absolutely important. Let's keep all jokes aside. It's very important if you really want to keep your relationship, because the relationship was built on such basis, on great level of hygiene. And so if you take away that aspect of it as well, it's going to actually, you know, put a crack or taint the relationship somehow, where the other person who is still trying to maintain that level of hygiene will feel like, oh my God, I can't cope. This is not the person, this is not a woman, or this is not the man I fell in love with. How come they've just let go themselves like that? So you have to have those serious conversations. You need to talk to them. If it's a body odor, you need to help them, get them good deodorants. For the men, women, you can help your man. Go to any drugstore, like they say in America, or any pharmacy here, or cosmetic shop, and get them a nice shower gel. Men have beautiful shower gel. There's Links. There's so many of them, beautiful. that you can give to your man when they come off, when they come out from a shower after they had a nice bath. They're smelling so good. They come out like those, those Greek Olympian gods, right? That's what you want when they come out from the shower. It's almost like you want to grab on them. Okay? You don't want to, your master, they smell like crayfish. You don't want your husband smell like crayfish. Or your woman smell like crayfish, don't bang janga. Mm. 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 Yes, Belinda, Egyptian gods, that's what you want. Think about them. Picture it that way. It's almost like that. Yes, Egyptian gods. When you think about when your husband comes out from the bath, smelling all nice and fresh, it's very inviting, right? It's very inviting, and that's what you want. And if your partner is having mouth odor, I know somebody who said, okay, my partner is having mouth odor, and what I do is, because some people, like Opo I said, they're shy to have those serious conversations. They're very shy to have those serious conversations. What you can do if somebody's having mouth odor, if it's your partner especially, you can go to the shops. It's not going to cost you much. Go to the shops, get them a nice set of toothbrush, a tooth floss, right? Get them a nice mouth rinse. Just do it like a little gift bag and put everything on them for them and gift it to them. Okay, those people, that person is going to use that without even questioning, because to them you care. That's why you're providing those things, right? You care. And even if they're uncomfortable, if they're really uncomfortable, they'll ask you why you're doing it. You can say to them, no, I just like it to smell nice and fresh. Have those little conversations. Absolutely important, because you're the one that is going to be kissing on those lips or the teeth. That teeth with mangrove don't catch, and now you go kiss them. You guys saw how the general overseer was challenging crayfish on how to do kissing video now. You can see nice teeth for general overseer in mouth, nice clean dentures, and for Daddy Igwe, he put good challenge. The general overseer. It's many people can't show their own. Yet I was waiting, I didn't see people show. I don't see people show, General overseer show I'm good then except Daddy Igwe teeth. That's so Daddy Igwe it then stand up with the white like snow for nice winter morning. Now that kind of teeth that you want. Those are the kind of dental formula you want. That's the kind of clean teeth that you want. You make sure that your husband has those teeth. You make sure you are maintaining that. And remember, it's all about the tongue. You're cleaning the tongue and not the teeth. Clean the tongue and not the teeth, because you can brush your teeth all you want. If you're not cleaning your tongue where it has those pores and trapping those things, it will not. Women, you need to remember to keep dapping. You need to dap. You need to dap. When you pee, not just come run the small puppy dog for where they don't go tray a ball for garden or for park. When you pee, make sure and always carry. Oh, as a woman, when you're going out, you need to have a pocket tissue. You need to have a pocket tissue, because don't rely on public toilets or public facilities to provide you a tissue. You don't ever go piss for some public toilet. You don't piss finish. You want to say you have to move tissue. Tissue no day. The embarrassment, because then you start shaking your boot of not a dog. That's why you start dapping like a dog from cut piece for your last. And we even cut enough for cut and fine, because the piece goes go down for your drawers. So you always have to carry pocket tissue as a lady, because when you go and, for example, you're pressed and you need to use the toilet, you have your tissue right there to dap, because you're not going to go to a nice party. You go to the toilet, you use the toilet, come out, there's no tissue, and then you have drips, and you sit, you lock your foot. So, if you open up, because the face is open, and so only the order go come out, or you go make Chris man wear. So you go just lock your foot. And when even bad idea, that's a bad idea, because the more you're closing your feet, the more the oil the heat the day, the more it cook. So that mistake will just come out. You go for chair, so the one come out for party. Only the oil will come out. So people will talk, look and say, that gets on. You're embarrassing your partner. You're embarrassing your partner. You want to go and lie in bed, you won't be able to lie and relax and flex yourself. You're closing your leg because of the odor that comes out of it. So we have to be very careful when it comes to our personal hygiene. Do your makeup. Make sure you're going to bed. You remove your makeup. Cleanse your face. Make sure it's nice and fresh, because that's even healthy, because it opens your pores. Woman, men, shave. Woman, shave your lady garden as well as a man. You need to shave your man garden. Make sure it's clean and trimmed, because the hair there can only cause more bacteria to grow. So keep it nice and fresh. Your arm on the armpits, clean it nice. You know what I mean? On the armpit, it smell like crayfish. Exactly, Queen E. Hi, Queen E. Welcome, welcome, sis. I know you see G Spot. Hi, darling. Ayobisa. Hey, hey, hey. Ayobisa is in the building. Welcome, sis. The untouchable, unshakable. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining today. Thank you. I had to do I was actually testing because it's my first direct live video through my phone that I haven't gone through stream yet. So we're almost at 1,000. So thank you guys so much. Thank you, every one of you, for actually getting us this number that I'm able to stream live. I'm surprised because I know International Boss Lady actually suggested that I try. So thank her so much. This is me streaming live. We're almost just maybe I think 40 or 38 left for us to hit 1K. I cannot thank you all enough for this love that you're sharing, or you're showing, or showering me with. Exactly, Queen E. Women should learn to wipe from front to back, not back to front. And some people are actually still doing this, Queen E. Some women and grown-up women are actually wiping from back to front. You're carrying the physiques from your bum crack into your lady region, in your lady garden. So you can literally drag your shit from outside being an inside house. So you're infecting yourself, if anything. And sometimes us ladies, when you go and put all those your long nails, when you want to do your nails, do it very practical now. Do it very practical. Sometimes I wonder how you can wash yourself nice and clean when you have really long nails. As in, how do you even, I'm trying to get my head around it. It's good to have false nails, but how long can you get? Some of them are ridiculously long, and to me, that's not healthy. And even so, if you can't wash it, the nails are going to trap dirt and bacteria are going to get stuck on it, and then you have to use it and wash your Queen V area. And if you're using your Queen V area with bacteria trapped in your nails, all you're causing is more harm. It's actually transferring bacteria into your lady garden, in my sister Juicy Scoop's voice. So it's absolutely important. This topic we're talking today is absolutely important. So I just wanted to come out, obviously, to talk about this, because you see people who you're wondering why they are there without relationships. Some of them are just due to reasons as simple as poor hygiene, where men have gone there and realized that they are dirty, and because the men don't have that time to persevere and help them, teach them how to clean up themselves, they've just walked away. You see a beautiful girl still stuck in their mom's in their parents' compound, not because they're not well behaved, they're educated, they're independent, but because they have poor personal hygiene or poor personal standards. Men are turned off. Men are turned off, because I know of a few. I've said to you guys many times, I come here to talk about topics. Those topics are influenced by things that have happened to me, or to people that I know, or to someone who knows someone that I know. Okay, so I'm talking from experience here. So I'm just calling on every one of you. You need to help yourselves or help somebody next to you. If you see somebody that is struggling with personal hygiene, advise them. Advise them. I know we are growing in a society where people are so jealous of each other. You would see your sister who is actually struggling with personal hygiene or having body odor. Instead of you helping the sister and advising them, you would rather leave them make a fool of themselves, and you're happy because to you, they are making a fool of themselves, and then you are the only one shining. So you're the only shining star. Trust me, your star is not going to shine for long if you're doing that at the detriment of others. We need to be each other's keeper. You need to look after your friend. You need to look after your sister. You need to look after your partner. It's our responsibility. If you love somebody, if you truly love somebody, you do all in your power to make sure that that person is the best in themselves that they are. I know sometimes they say you can take a horse to the stream, but you can't force the horse to drink water. That's true. But as long as you know you've done all in your power to help a fellow brother or sister to improve in their personal hygiene, and then that's fine. It's now up to them to, carry on from whatever you've advised them to do. And if you know that somebody is not willing to, or it's not willing to receive any advice from you, then back off, because sometimes you don't have to force people. Some people are in denial. Okay, some people are in denial, and somebody is in denial and you keep forcing it, that can only cause problems between you and your friend, or you and your partner. But then if your partner's or boyfriend and girlfriend, if your spouse is telling you to improve in your personal hygiene, I'll suggest you look into it, because that already is saying there's a problem. And no problem is too little when it comes to any relationship. We have to treat every problem with the seriousness that it deserves, because those are the things that keep our relationship up, up and going and upbeat and nice and fresh, and very spontaneous. So we need to invest in our personal hygiene and make sure that we're enjoying our spouses and our partners. Very important. So that's the topic for today. Unless somebody has got something to say, then I'll probably just round up the show, and hopefully we'll catch up on Friday. Definitely we'll have another show on Friday in the evening. That's going to be in the evening, maybe at about 7ish. That will be our next show on Friday. So if anybody hasn't got something to say, and then I'm going to have this end the show. Always wax your underarm. Yes, waxing is very important. First day here, Lala. First day here. Welcome, Lala. Oh, you're welcome. I hope you enjoy, or you've enjoyed the little bit that we've done, or you've joined us right there, right? We grow stronger together. Yes, we do. If you can't shave every 4 days, wax, cause it takes 3 weeks to grow. G-Spot, how do you advise someone without upsetting them? Yes, G-Spot, I spoke about this, and I gave an example myself, because I had a colleague who was actually suffering from body odor, right? So we had training, we had managerial training when it comes to managing such situations. And so I had to have that, we call it difficult conversation, like you've rightly put. So what I did is I invited this person into the office, and then sat them down, and I said to them, have you ever, or by chance, use maybe body wash, a nice fresh fragrant body wash, or do you use deodorant? Because the kind of job that we do, we come in close contact with customers, and obviously we want to make sure we're smelling fresh and our customers feel invited. So it's absolutely important. I said to them, I'm having this conversation with each and every person, and so they don't feel like they've been singled out. And I suggested and said, for you to smell fresh, this is what I would do. So this, you can use this, you can use that, you can use Link body wash, I suggested so many things. I said use antiperspirant, guys. I said the deodorant that's best for you to use is an antiperspirant deodorant. There's so many people just use roll-ons because they want to use roll-ons. It's like in perfumes, right? In fragrance, you have eau de toilette and you have eau de parfum. Eau de toilette is a lighter version, okay, and that wears out so quickly. If you go for eau de parfum, it's very good because that stays longer. And so when I go to buy a fragrance, I often look for eau de parfum, because you want to keep it lasting, okay? That beautiful smell, you want to keep it lasting. It's the same like deodorant. Make sure you're getting the antiperspirant ones, because that's actually going to prevent you from perspiring, and also it doesn't block the pores, it just manages perspiration. Okay, and I use Dove Invisible. That's what I've always used for years, and it's so good because it doesn't only stop the sweat, but it prevents any marks on your clothes. I don't know, G-Spot, if I've answered your question. So you need to make the person feel comfortable. You need to talk to them as if you're suggesting something. You're not telling them upfront. Okay, you're not telling them upfront. Like, for example, also if somebody said, if you're sitting next to the lady that I said I was sitting next to, and she had this bad odor coming from her lady garden, you won't just walk up to her and say, oh, you open your foot so in Tyra's voice, Toto the smell. No, you don't just say that. You don't say that. You go to them and you talk to them about, you can just start having conversation about female intimate area products. you know, ask it. As for me, what I would say, I would just probably ask them and say, do you know any, can you suggest of any of such products? If they say they don't know, I say somebody mentioned this to me and they've been using it. I always love it when they walk past me, they smell really nice. So it's almost like you're bringing that conversation. The radical princess, you laugh. They're almost like you're suggesting it to them. Exactly. Atkin Diamond, Dove Invisible is very nice. If anybody, if you can get your hand on Invisible, the Invisible is the best. It's so good and it's cheap. It's cheap. Trust me, when I get like cheap, I go for bags. I go for bags. If it's expensive, I'll wait till the price drop before I go take. I'm not about made again or graphic gear. We're very frugal. Don't spend anyhow. Mommy CV! My mommy CV, my English madam is here. So, okay, let me speak nice because my mom is here. My mom is here. So I need to speak really nicely because otherwise she'll judge my English language. So I have to be very careful. So like I said, if you know of anybody who has that, you know, the odor coming out from their lady garden and you want to have that conversation with them, you can always go and have like almost like you're probing them to see if they have any knowledge of it, but they will think that you don't know, right? And so in the course of that conversation, you can tell them you heard about so and so product and this person has used it and they smell so good. So personally, I use Femme Fresh. I use Femme Fresh. That's what I use. I don't know what you guys use. I actually use two products that I use personally. Just a minute. I'll show you guys what I use personally for my lady garden. 1 minute, guys. I'll show you. Right. So the Dove Invisible that I was talking about, I don't know if you guys can see it. That's what I use for my deodorant. Okay. Can you see that? So that's what I use. Okay. And then, like I mentioned earlier on, right? So this is what I would use if I was having my shower. You see, you can tell I'm using a lot. It just got just a little bit left. Okay. Oh, it's running out of water. So I use this. This is what I use. I use this a lot because it's very good. It's good for your pH level. It maintains your pH level because you don't want to disrupt your pH level when you're having a shower as a lady. It's going to cause all the sugar and all the thrush. And you don't want thrush because it's going to cause that smelly odor or the discharge that comes down. So I use that. It's called Femme Fresh. Okay, it's almost done. I need to do a replacement. And then remember I said you can use the spray as well. But this spray, right? You don't want to use it directly into your lady garden, in Tara's voice, into your toto. You don't want to use it like that. You want to make sure you're spraying it on your undies before you put it on. Okay? You spray it on your undies, or you can spray it after you wear your undies, you just spray it from a distance. That's going to keep it nice and fresh. Okay? So these are the 3 core products that I use, okay, to make sure that the lady garden is kept nice and fresh. Okay. exactly Princess, come on water, you not want come on water. My mom is here. But food girls too clean. See how my sister the preach and the background is smile from ears to ears. Oh sis. So yeah, those are the products that I use, and if you can get your hand on it, fine. If you have any other products that you can suggest, we are all sisters here and also brothers here. You can drop them in the comment section so somebody can actually benefit from it. But these are the products that I use. Mommy CV said I shouldn't show them. Show them the Toto spray. Yes, so this is the Toto spray. Mommy CV. This is the spray that I use. That's what I use. Okay, it's so nice. It's very friendly. I've used it for years and years and years. That's what I've always used. So if you guys want to get your hang of get your hand on it, fine. I'm sure You can get them now. A lot of people export products to Africa, and if you're in Cameroon, I'm sure you can get this. Water is good for your lady garden. Yes, absolutely good. Always, ladies, remember, you always have to douche in the evening. Even if you don't want to have a shower or a full bath, you need to douche in the evening, like I said, because you work and you walk throughout the day, and that causes heat, and there's friction in between your lady area. So obviously you don't want to go and lie there. And you know, the best thing to do at night, I mustn't forget this. My mom always said that to me. One thing that she always said to me: allow your lady garden to breathe at night. There's no point wearing pants at night to sleep. There's no point, right? Just have a douche and just keep it nice and simple. Allow fresh air. Leave the queen to breathe. Allow your queen area to breathe. It needs to breathe. So have a douche, put on your pajamas if you want to, or put on your nightie or your night dress, and just allow it to breathe, because it's been working so hard throughout the days. It's been, you know, it's been restrained in tight jeans and leggings. Ladies, you guys know what I'm talking about. You restrain it in tight jeans and leggings throughout the day. Allow the poor Queen V to breathe at night. Have a douche, no underpants, and just relax and take a breather. It's going to be so happy and refreshed in the morning. So please, this I shouldn't forget. I almost forgot, but no, I'm glad I remember to say that. Come on, Wata. Come on, Wata. I see you. Come on, Wata. I see you. I don't want to make my girl smell like Dora Lawson and Slim. No, 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 Mommy Sylvie, no way. You know if it smell, Mommy Sylvie, your class. But mommy, come on, Wata. But Mommy Sylvie said she bought now. Mommy Sylvie said in one of the shows she bought her fragrance. She bought her things, I think fragrance, perfume and stuff, and gave it to her, and she still didn't spray it. So there's no point. There's no point for her doing it again now. Sometimes don't toss it. So that's why I say, even if you buy a golden ring and put it on a pig's nose, it's going to dip it in muddy water. Okay. And leopard will never change his spot. Yeah. The garden needs to breathe at night. Yes, it's absolutely important. It needs to breathe. I remember my mom always said to me, allow it breathe at night. You don't say I'm the whole day inside trouser and dross. Leave me breathe. Need fresh air pass for your body. Okay, they call it a queen for a reason. It's the queen, and treat it like the queen that it is. Very important. So guys, that's the end of our show for today. I'm so happy. Thank you everyone who's joined us today. Let me give my shout out to all my positive family before we go. Big five for life. Thank you, sis. Open eye. Juicy, the juices of them all. I know you're working, sis. I know you're watching from the background. Thank you so much for even tuning in. Mami Colombia, I see you. Thank you, darling. Thank you so much. Ivemoko, my one and only cutest baby sis. Thank you for always being there to support your big sis. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Claudia B, thank you so much, sis. Thanks for joining. Health and Zumba Master, guys. Please, let's support Health and Zumba Master. She's doing really amazing videos. Keep up with the good work, sis. Somebody just posted a comment. Queen E say, not the douche we talk about in Cameroon. When we talk about douche, we sit on little bucket full with hot water. I learned that is dangerous. No, not that kind of douche. Who says that's douche now? Who says that's douche? That's not douche. I've never known douche to be like that. Queen E. Douche is when you're using nice fresh water and just washing your lady garden and keeping it nice and fresh, not sitting on some steamed water. I know they have this therapy that people go for it in spas, where they go. Is it yoni? That's it. It's called yoni. The yoni therapy, where people insert egg, or some of them they sit on steam, like a toilet seat, but the steam coming underneath. It's getting rid of whatever. I don't know how that works. I don't know if it works really, but I'm not a believer of that. But when I say douche, I mean get a nice fresh water and just rinse it. Sometimes you don't even need soap. Just rinse the girl, keep her nice and fresh, keep the girl happy, keep the queen V area happy. That's what I mean by douching. Okay. Yes, baby. International boss lady, thank you, sis. Thank you so much for joining. Keeping it real, the radical princess, thank you so much. I appreciate you for making the time to join in today. The general overseer, your place there, sis. Thank you so much. Thank you very much for coming. Now, really, Chester. Thank you, my boo, for joining in today. Diva need help. Oh, thanks, darling. Thank you so much for joining today. Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate you all so very much. I can't thank you guys enough. Sierra, not Tyra. Sarah is Tyra. Thank you. Nana Jess, I love you, my baby sis. Thank you. Belinda Ngum, I love you, darling. Thank you so much for joining. I really appreciate you. Oh, Mommy CV Mensch, my mommy dearest, my grandma matron. Thank you so much for making the time to join us. Atkin Diamonds, thank you, sweetheart. Thank you so much for joining us. Queen E, the queen. Ayogbi song, the untouchable. Thank you so much. The untouchable force, unshakable one and only, was in the building. Thank you so much, sis. G-Spot, my G-Spot, my sis. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you. Who else? I hope we have a Kama Wata. I see you, dear. Thank you, sis. Thank you so much for joining. Who else? I also don't miss any person in. Yeah, I think we've called everybody. So thank you all, ladies. Thank you so much for spending this time with me this afternoon. We're going to have another show, another live show on Friday. Hopefully, we'll have more people to join us and we'll all have a great time as we've always done. So thank you guys so much. I love you all and I'll see you all very soon. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye now. Thanks, Queen E. Thank you. I don't come with that as if I go sleep now. Come on. Bye. Bye, everybody.